Ladies and gentlemen, now if you are a Marvel Strike Force player today, we have some incredible news around Infinity Thanos. Now, the first thing is that he is going to be a playable character that you can collect. The second thing is that he is free-to-play friendly. The way to get this character is going to be via a special monthly event, and also there are going to be brand new Thanos raids that are available at level 15, level 35, and level 60, and level 35 ones, they give a ton of these Infinity Orb shards, which can be used to get Thanos, and he's 100 shards to unlock. And yeah, pretty much after a week of playing, you're going to have the character as a 3-star, and if you're going hard on the level 60 raids, you might be able to get him up to 6-star, 7-star, and there are probably going to be even more ways to earn this character. But everybody that just logs in and plays the event, if you're at least level 35, you are going to have this character unlocked by the end of the event. So yeah, really good news for the Marvel Strike Force community, because you can get Thanos, and hey, your wallet isn't going to be absolutely decimated. So it is a good day, ladies and gentlemen, a very good day. And alongside that, he's an amazing character. He is so good. I think he's going to be one of the best tanks in the game. Now, all of this footage that you're going to see today was recorded in the Marvel Strike Force offices in Los Angeles. Me and Mobile Gamer had the pleasure of visiting there for a second time, just before my flight back to England on, what was it, Tuesday. So all this gameplay footage you're seeing, it's not from my account in the game, it's from one of the playtest iPads that they have in the office. And yeah, we only had kind of a few hours to play around with Thanos, and also maybe some other characters who spotlight, you know, videos we're gonna do soon. So yeah, all of this stuff again was a very kind of early hands-on impression, and kind of since that playtest, like, I thought of so much additional stuff that you can do with Thanos and the character, and overall, like, Thanos is just such an incredible character. Like, he is gonna be one of the MVP characters for people to have, especially when it comes to the raid system in Marvel Strike Force. I think with his ultimate ability and the way that his kind of passive ability works, that is kind of the mode of gameplay where this character is just so insane, and he shines. He's such a beefy character. He's got a really good level of sustainability with his ultimate, and overall, I think he's a really fantastic addition to the game, and he's going to be a really nice powerhouse for people to pick up, that's going to make it a lot easier for people to get through pretty much all of the raids that are active at the moment. And yeah, when more raids come in the future, he's just going to be such a great character to have both geared and upgraded. So yeah, I feel like Thanos is really going to serve a very good purpose in Marvel Strike Force and bring a lot to people's rosters. So, now that the introduction is out of the way, let's have a look at both the abilities and stats for Thanos. So we're going to start off with the abilities. Now, his basic attack is called Power Punch, and this one, you know, it doesn't have anything too crazy going on. It's just single target damage here, but also has a chance to gain counter. However, as you can see, when this is fully maxed out, the chance to gain counter is 100%. So yeah, you've got damage and a guaranteed stack of counter there. So yeah, it's not too bad for the basic attack, but I think out of all his abilities, you know, this one is definitely the most lacking. It's just kind of the standard single target attack. But the second one is Brutal Assault, which is a heavy damage single target attack, which also applies offense down, and after that he gains taunt. So this is the way that Thanos taunts, by dealing a ton of damage and also reducing the damage of the opponent, which again, if you combine that with, like, when your opponent's about to use their ultimate, it can be very crippling to them. So yeah, really great taunt ability there. His ultimate is insane, so attacks all targets for an insane amount of damage, 220% here, plus all of that damage he deals, he heals back, and this attack cannot miss any targets at all. So this is crazy. When there's like a wave of like 10 minions, you slam it down, you pretty much heal back up to full health. So yeah, absolutely ridiculous ultimate ability there. But as you can see, it's got 7 energy, a very high requirement there. However, his passive ability, called Titan Eternal, is an additional way for him to generate energy. Basically, on kill, he's got a 75% chance to generate 2 ability energy, and you can see when this is maxed out at level 70, there's going to be a 100% chance. And again, if you throw down that energy bomb, you could potentially just be slamming those left, right, and center, and also gets a bit of extra resistance as well while taunting. Some just really crazy ability combos there. So there's a lot of base basic, awesome stuff this character can do. Absolute MVP for raids. Now, we are going to have a look at the stats for Thanos. His health is really, really chunky. I think this guy might be the highest health character in the game, but if not, he is one of the highest health characters in the game. At level 60, tier gear 10, like this is almost 100,000 health. That armor, 2,318, it's pretty decent there. Got some alright resistance as well. Nothing else too special. The speed is like fairly average, 94. It's not kind of in that like 60, 70 super slow region, but it's not in like that 110 plus like fast region, but it's alright. I think the abilities that he has and kind of how tanky this dude is really does make up for it. So, now that we've covered Thanos' abilities, it's time to jump back into some raid gameplay, and the first thing, that entrance, man, is so good, just comes down on his throne. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. But here, I decided to go for a bit of a support team, just, you know, initially testing the character out. Again, I really didn't have very long to actually play Thanos while I was in the Marvel Strike Force studios, so I was just trying to do anything that I felt would kind of highlight the character, but all of the best kind of gameplay I did with Thanos. Like, unfortunately, I wasn't recording because me and Mobile Gamer were sharing a recording setup. His setup, actually, because, you know, I didn't want to bring all my recording stuff to Coachella. But damn, man, you can see the special 2 there with Thanos. We got the taunt up, so he's taking all of the damage now. Quite a beefy boy, but those animations, man, I love them. He's so badass. Really, really sends some of the enemies down as well. He has a very, very cool animation. I believe whenever he's killing somebody with his first attack, which is kind of like a bit of a choke, which, yeah, just looks so incredibly badass, but I don't believe we've got it in any of the footage here. But essentially what I'm trying to do is just funnel as much ability energy and also speed into Thanos as possible to get kind of that ultimate slam attack here. And I believe the very next turn on Thanos, we are going to have this ultimate slam attack available. So yeah, this is his third one. So we fire this down. As you can see, really, really awesome amount of damage, and we also got 1 ability energy from finishing off Gamora there. And I think when you don't have him max, like the 75% chance to get 2 ability energy, it's like a separate roll for 1 ability energy, if that makes sense. So yeah, it rolls for the ability like 2 times total to see if you're going to get it. So yeah, sometimes you might get 1, sometimes you might get 2, and sometimes you might get none. You might get super, super unlucky. But hey, you know, it depends what is going on exactly in terms of the RNG and randomness there. I think one of just like the insanely powerful things of Thanos is the potential with his ultimate attack to synergize with other characters, more specifically characters that have the abilities that provide stuff like offense up, and I think Kingpin is going to be a really, really big one of those characters, but also simultaneously characters that have defense down as well, because if you combine both of those together, that's pretty much going to double the damage on his ultimate attack. I'm just imagining scenarios in raids where you go with Spider-Man, you fire off the second one, like once Spider-Man's upgraded his second one, every character it hits is going to apply defense down on, and then you use the offense up on Kingpin, Thanos' turn comes around, like you slam down that ultimate, and yeah, just absolutely destroy everyone, regenerate up to full, and that's just going to be so valuable from going to fight from raids. So I really think in terms of like top 10 raid characters, like Thanos, I reckon he's easily going to make the cut for that. Going to be a very, very popular champion, almost an essential one to have. And yeah, a character of such power that's going to be a real game changer for a lot of people in raids, being available for free. I love it, man. I love it. I just can't imagine, like, in Marvel Contest of Champions, them releasing, like, a brand new God tier champion, and then being like, here, like, everybody have him. Like, he's everybody's now. Just enjoy. Have a good time in this month's event. So, you know, that's one of the things that I think is really, really cool of, what is it, Fox Next and Marvel Strike Force to do. So, I'm super hyped about that. And I think Fox Next, they've been doing a pretty good job so far. But I think there's a lot of stuff that they still need to kind of work on to help some of the players at launch, like, catch up to the level where some of the top beta players are at. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff, you know, I'm going to talk about this in kind of a separate video that I've kind of brought forward that I believe are annoyances and stuff that people, you know, areas where I feel like if you played at launch, you're like really far behind in terms of beta players. So I feel like more needs to be done to kind of help close that gap. But I think, you know, offering like such a god tier champion, which is going to allow people to swing through all of these raids like a wrecking ball completely free, like, is a good step. It's a good step toward that. But hey, Foxnex, they seem like a really good company from hanging out with them, and they seem like they have kind of the right attitude and a much better approach to kind of community and listening and kind of actively communicating with the players than, you know, some of the other companies may do out there. But I have very high hopes for the future. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy the gameplay today, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to have some more Thanos stuff coming. Going to get this boy. We're going to upgrade him as soon as possible when he's released. And, yeah, also check out Mobile Gamer's channel. Massive shout out to him. A link to his channel will be in the description. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.